Hey guys, and welcome to this video on the C programming language. So here we want to implement an algorithm to determine if a string has all unique characters. So let's go ahead and get started. First I'm going to do is write a description for our program. And again, this program will implement an algorithm to determine if a string has all unique characters. All right. And for this program, I'm going to try to solve this in what's called big O of n time. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add our library. And that's going to be number sign include stdio.h. And we will need another library called string.h. Now this library will contain the strlen function, which is the string length function, so we can get the length of a string. And now let's declare our function. So I'm going to call this function is unique chars, so unique characters, and of course it's just going to take in a string, and it's going to tell us if this string that it takes in the parameter here, it's going to tell us if that string has all unique characters or not. Okay, so we're just declaring it there. We haven't actually written it yet. So now I'm going to create my main function, and then I'm going to return 0. And within my main function, let's create a string having size maybe 256, assuming that the character set in the ASCII table is 256 characters. I believe it is actually 128. So maybe we'll go with 128. So let's do that. Let's create a string with size 128, which I believe is the number of characters in our ASCII table. So let's see, assuming the character set is ASCII, and if not, we can always increase the size. So this right here will be a char data type, and it's going to be a string called string, and it's going to basically be an array of characters of size 128. And I'm going to give it a value here. We're going to say hello, which of course hello does not have all unique characters because there's two L's here. All right, and then we're going to have a integer value, and we're going to call it is unique. And is unique is going to be equal to our function, because our function is going to return an integer value as well, and it's going to take in our string variable. So it's taking in the string here. And again, we haven't created this function yet, but we're going to use it right here. Okay, so maybe for our function, maybe if the string is unique, then we will return 1, and if the string is not unique, we return 2. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let's see. In our main function, so maybe we'll have an if statement here that says if is unique equals 1, then we know that our string is unique. And we're going to printf the string is unique. And then a new line, and then semicolon, else we're going to print the string is not unique. Okay. So now let's go ahead and actually create this function here. So let's first start off with some comments, maybe describing what our function is going to do. So is unique chars function returns 0 if the string is not unique, and returns 1 if it is, and the function runs in big O of n time, or at least it will. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our declared function from up here, just copy it and paste it here. And for now we're going to return 1, and so that means that the string is unique. Okay. And we're going to need a few variables here. So I'm going to create our I variable. I'm going to create our char set. So this right here is basically the same size as our ASCII table. And you might be wondering, why do I keep talking about this ASCII table? Well, the ASCII table contains every single character that you would type on your keyboard, and it has a number mapped to that character. And so I believe there's 128 characters in the ASCII table. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to, anytime we come to a character that's in our string, such as H here, then we're going to mark on the table, we're going to mark like a check mark or maybe an X mark and say that H was found. So then if we come across H again, we'll see that check mark and we'll see that we already had it or have it in our string. So then it's not a unique character. Okay. So now here what I'm doing is I'm setting it equal to this bracket 0 bracket, which is initializing all elements or numbers in the array to 0. So let's put that here. Initializing all elements or numbers in the array to 0. Alright, and then I'm going to create a variable called len. And this is going to give us the length of our string. So we're going to use the strlen function on our string. And so now this right here gives us our string length. And we'll create one more variable. We'll call it val for value. And we're declaring it. So we're declaring val, which will hold the ASCII value or number. Remember that there is a number associated with every character. So the number of the character. All right. So now let's create our for loop. It's going to run from I equals 0. It's going to run while I is less than the length of our string, and then I is going to increment by 1 each time. All right. Within here, we're going to set our val equal to the number that our character is, or our character maps to. So right here, we're getting the character in our string. So it's something like H at whatever the position is at position I. So if I was 0, it would be the character H. And then we are casting it to an integer value. So now it's going to give us the number associated with that character. Okay, and then we're storing that into our value here, or our val variable. Okay. So now, if the char set at that position does not equal 0, then we can return 0. And what does that mean? Again, when we return 0, this means the string is not unique. And then let's mark the element once we found it, or that character once we found it. So in char set at val, that's now going to equal another number like 1. And maybe I should maybe we should initialize this with a negative value instead, because I believe 0 is actually in the ASCII table. So let's mark that with -1 for now, and then we'll check to see if this is -1. Maybe that will work, I'm not sure. All right, so it looks like everything's okay. Let's give this a run. All right, so we have our string hello, and it's not unique because we have 2 L's. Let's see if we just do 1 L, and let's run this. And it looked like it didn't work, and I think that's because we cannot initialize this with all -1s. So let's try 0, and now we get the string is unique. And let's try 2 L's, and we get the string is not unique. All right, and maybe we'll try something else. Let's try back maybe, and run that. So the string is unique, and maybe this, I'm not sure if it's unique or not. So it says the string is not unique. So let's see, we have 2 B's here, so the string is not unique. All right guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any questions that you guys have, and I'll try my best to help you. And leave likes, comments, questions. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.